This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. You chose to hit play on this podcast today. Smart choice. Make another smart choice with Auto Quote Explorer to compare rates from multiple car insurance companies all at once. Try it at progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy. Explaining football to the friend who's just there for the nachos? Hard. Tailgating from home like a pro with snacks and drinks everyone will love? An easy win. And with Instacart helping deliver the snack time MVPs to your door, you're ready for the game in as fast as 30 minutes. So you never miss a play or lose your seat on the couch or have to go head-to-head for the last chicken wing. Shop game day faves on Instacart and enjoy $0 delivery fees on your first 3 grocery orders. Offer valid for a limited time. Other fees and terms apply.
Raise your hand if you want your nails to look perfect all the time. Me too. I'm Sarah Gibson-Tuttle from Olive & June, and this is exactly why we created the Mani System. We wanted to make it possible for everyone everywhere to give themselves a beautiful manicure at home. With our tools and our long-lasting polish, each manicure with our Mani System comes out to just $2. That's right, $2. No more $30, $40, $50 manis that you get at a salon and they take hours. Now you can paint your nails on your time and love them more than ever. And by the way, when people ask, who did your nails, where did you get them done? You're going to proudly say, I did them myself. Get 20% off your first Mani System with code PERFECTMANI20 at oliveandjune.com/PERFECTMANI20. That's code PERFECTMANI20 for 20% off at oliveandjune.com/PERFECTMANI20.
A Royal Mess. I'm Jason Horton.
I'm Rebecca Lieb.
And this is Ghost Town.
Netflix's Bridgerton was an undeniable hit, spawning an intense and dedicated following that extended beyond the show itself. It was such a phenomenon that one company, Uncle and Me LLC, decided to capitalize on the romantic drama's popularity, creating an immersive Regency experience that was not to be paralleled. And, in a way, they were right. The event was extremely unique, but not in a good way, and included raw chicken, strippers, and dollar store decorations. Move over Wonka experience, move over Fire Festival, here comes the Detroit Bridgerton Ball. On September 22nd, 2024, 22-year-old Kimberly Pineda was excited for what her evening had in store, the Detroit Bridgerton Ball, an immersive experience she paid hundreds of dollars for. The evening's events were outlined in an email sent to ticket holders the day of the ball. It said, "Dearest gentle reader, we are beyond excited to see you later on this evening. Parking will be located adjacent to the Harmony Club. See you soon. Time, 5 p.m. Doors open, 6 to 8 p.m. VIP only, first floor. Dinner, violinist, photo op area. 6 p.m. General admission guests. Photo ops and conversation with the Queen on the second level. 8 p.m., food provided by Jackson 5 Catering. 8 to 9:30 p.m., dance lessons. 9:30 to 10:30 p.m., fashion show for Diamond of the Season, Lord. 10:30, winner of Diamond of the Season, Lord, and raffle. 11 p.m., last dance. Keep in mind, Bridgerton is this lush, lavish show known for its high society Regency decadence. Pineda told BuzzFeed, quote, "We were supposed to be getting a dinner, valet parking, a carriage ride, some on-site musical performance. So we're expecting violins, cellos, almost like an entire orchestra, the huge Bridgerton florals. So I guess as a consumer and the idea that we were being sold on, we were pretty much expecting to be completely transported into a Bridgerton episode." When she arrived, she was confused as why, quote, "an influx of about 60 people were leaving the event." She continued, quote, "In my mind, I'm like, maybe it's a little hot in there. Maybe they just need to breathe." But nobody was scanning the $150 to $1,000 tickets that people bought. No event organizer was in sight. And then she engaged with some of the people leaving, all of this again before she even walked in the building, asking how the ball was going. Quote, "They completely turned around, looked at me, and their faces are filled with such rage. And they're like, do not go in there. It was a complete waste of money, a waste of time. We got scammed. There's no organizer present. They told Kimberly they were going bar hopping instead if she wanted to join. But Kimberly said no. After all, she had committed. She had paid money. She was a huge fan. She thought maybe they were just being a little elitist or, weren't big into the show and had just wanted to check it out. But Kimberly was in for a rude awakening. She entered a 30-foot-long room that had low-quality screen-printed backdrops on some walls, while most of it was starkly, blankly bright white with, quote, Party City/Dollar General level decor. A speaker was hooked up to an iPad on the floor. Sorry, and the audio cut in and out as people milled about. Quote, it was hooked up to an iPad on the floor and the audio was continuously cutting out, she said. I go inside and there's this huge, I don't even know if I should call it a line. It was just blobs and blobs of people. I wanted to say the minimum about 90 to 120 people squeezed into about a 30-foot-long room. Some people, unsure of what to do or where to go, were on their phones sitting on the floor, some trying to get into a long line for food. I asked the people in the line for food, hey, how's the food? Should I stand in line for it? Is it worth it? I don't mind missing out on it if that means I can go watch the performances and all of that, she continued. They're like, don't do it. I don't know what I just ate. It tasted horrible. They gave me one meatball. It was cold. It wasn't good. I also heard many attendees said that when they cut into the chicken, it was raw, and the greens tasted fishy. Well, there was no fish served at the event. The ballroom, also very bright white, had a mini bar with Kool-Aid and mocktails that you had to pay for, though according to guests, the ticket originally advertised alcohol. A DJ and a, quote, chip guy, yes, a random man selling chips, were also present. Kimberly explained, if it hadn't been for the chip guy, half of us wouldn't have eaten at all. One violinist, a high school student, was hired to play the event, and in a TikTok she shared that she was hired less than a week before the ball, and that she was promised free food at the event, there was none, and that she had to pay $60 for parking. Oh yes, she still hasn't gotten paid yet. The ballgoers were also promised cash prizes and a, quote, Diamond of the Season award, as they do in the show, but that was also a huge downer. Though some of the women spent hundreds of dollars on their outfits, apparently a man in a suit, cowboy boots, and a cowboy hat won. But a high school violinist, a bad DJ, and an iPad and raw chicken was not the worst of it. We'll talk about the rest of the entertainment after this.
To make switching to the new Boost Mobile risk-free, we're offering a 30-day money-back guarantee.
So why wouldn't you switch from Verizon or T-Mobile?
Because you have nothing to lose. Boost Mobile is offering a 30-day money-back guarantee.
No, I asked why wouldn't you switch from Verizon or T-Mobile?
Oh.
Wouldn't.
Because you love wasting money as a way to punish yourself because your mother never showed you enough love as a child?
Whoa. Easy there.
Yeah.
Applies to online activations. Requires port-in and auto-pay. Customers activating in stores may be charged non-refundable activation fees.
Hi, who here loves when their nails are perfectly done? Me. I'm Sarah Gibson Tuttle, and I started Olive in June because, let's be real, we all deserve to have gorgeous nails, but who wants to spend a fortune or half their day at the salon? And that's why I created the Mani system, so you can have that salon-perfect manicure right at home. And guess what? The best part? Each mani only costs $2. Yup, you heard me, $2. No more $30, $40, $50 salon trips that eat up your day. Now you can paint your nails whenever you want, wherever you want, and trust me, you're gonna be obsessed with your nails and everyone is gonna ask you, where did you get your nails done? And here's a little something extra. Head over to oliveinjune.com and get 20% off your first Mani system with code PERFECTMANI20 at oliveinjune.com/PERFECTMANI20. That's code PERFECTMANI20 for 20% off at oliveinjune.com/PERFECTMANI20. You're all set for a nail glow up. Let's get those nails looking fabulous, shall we?
Break.
Hi, hello, how are you? You are pleased with yourself.
I'm very tickled by this episode. I'll say it.
You know, I want to say before we get into it is that when events happen like this, I wonder if anyone thinks, wow, I'm witnessing something firsthand that someone on a podcast or a news report is going to talk about while they're in it, or are they they're probably a little more. They have their intentions are a little more pure, where they're just like, I just paid for something and I want to have a really good time.
Yeah, they're not looking at it through our lens, because I of course want to be at an event. I want to see this with my own eyes. But if you're paying a couple $100s for something like that, you're like, what the fuck is happening right now?
And rightfully so. And are we part of the problem in that regard? Because people are like,
I think we're part of the solution. We're holding these people to task that create events like this, because they will get openly mocked by everybody involved. If you're going to create an event like this and sell tickets for thousands of, not thousands, but like $8,000, it's like, yeah, there should be more than one violinist and raw chicken.
Getting political.
This is where I get political. I want cooked chicken, cooked.
We want to say hello to anyone who's listening, supporting us, spreading the good word of Ghost Town. Thank you so much.
Thank you very, very much.
We appreciate it. We want to say hello to that government. We are away from the Magic Castle.
Yeah.
Not too far away.
No, we're in November. We're squarely in November.
Yeah.
We're moving, we're grooving, we're out of Halloween, and we're into a different season altogether.
We're not grooving. It's the opposite of what we do.
Yeah.
Is groove.
Rolling.
Yeah. We're just plodding. Just kind of like,
it's like
slouching.
I'm just dragging my belly across a carpeted floor.
Our government, the mayors, they're at the event too. You know that? Oh,
no.
yeah.
I mean, did they live to tell the tale? Well,
they thrived.
Did they?
Oh, yeah.
Did they? Tell me more.
I mean, they're, you know what I mean? Like, that's why they're part of the government, because they know how to do things.
Yeah, it's true. That makes sense.
They had a diet soda guy who just had diet soda, and they don't tell you what kind of diet soda it is until you pay $10 for it.
It's fucking SodaStream. I know it. I hate SodaStream.
Actually, I had it when I got rid of it after a while. It worked, and it was whatever, but it was too much.
You know that I had a friend give me a SodaStream from a woman who killed herself, and I was like, do I keep this SodaStream? Because I was curious at the time, and I was like, I gotta get rid of it. This is a cursed SodaStream.
I don't think the SodaStream was part of it.
It was part of it.
Yeah, okay.
It's part of it. It's all part of it.
Well, this soda slanger is our mayor, Chris Hernandez.
Hello.
Got a phone charger, slanger. For what kind of phone? Good luck. Might be yours. Probably not.
European burner phone. Yeah. Eastern European burner phone.
You're like, my phone needs to be charged.
And they're like, how about this weird little nub of electronics? And you're like, what? Is this even a cord?
And by that time, you already spent $25 on it. So you're stuck with it. It's Mercer Rothermel.
Hello.
How about a gift card to the event itself that you can spend within the event?
Yeah, the world is opened up to you and your gift card. You can buy Kool-Aid. You can buy
uncooked chicken.
A song from the high school violinist.
Chip from the Chip Man.
Oh, nice.
Chris will sell you a diet soda. But the gift card amount that's on the card, you don't know. You're rolling the dice.
Yeah,
I'll tell you, the gift card's $50 though. That's Matthew Clemens LeRae.
Hello.
A professional complimenter that just goes by because you're feeling down and out.
Yeah.
And you're like, I need any little boost I can get.
And they come in with like a bad British accent.
Yeah. And they
beautiful eyes.
They give you a compliment or what you hope is a compliment because it's all contextual.
Thank you.
That's Casey Weber. Got a fake ID stress who just has a stack of fake IDs. And you're just like, I'm curious. Like, I'll take a fake ID.
Yeah, you're like, no one's checking. There's no staff here, but I feel like I might need this.
Yeah, I could maybe use this, but you got to hope it's going to look like you.
Yeah, you got to pick a brunette if you're a brunette, you know?
But you don't know what you're going to get because you spent $650 on this fake ID. This slanger of goods at this event just has a mystery box. Good freaking luck with the mystery box. You don't want it. And it's wrapped in like brown paper.
Yeah.
And tied with twine.
Yeah. So you have to wrestle it open. Yeah. And you're like, oh, cool. They had this in Regency, England.
Yeah. And when you see that in a movie, you're like, don't open it.
Yeah.
It's a body part.
Yeah.
Like, don't open it. It's
Absolutely.
nothing good is going to come out of that mystery box.
Head.
But for a cool $400, you get yourself a mystery box. It's Cat Joselle.
Hello.
You want a random set of keys? What does it open? Maybe something good?
Probably nothing you'll never know where that key will go to,
No.
but the heavy metal will sit in your pocket in your world until it drives you insane.
Yeah, because you'll sit there and you'll be like, this could be the answer to all my problems.
If I just found the lock.
Yes.
But you
And
won't, baby.
for $99.99, it's yours.
God, everything's so expensive.
It is, yeah. It's very prices. That would be our mayor, Ashley Matson.
Hello.
And our governor, who's like, look at what mess I've created.
She's like, I'm enjoying this ball very much.
Yes, and watching the rats.
She is the queen.
Rats. She's like, eat your wet chicken. Get those keys, you little and just counting the money.
Yeah.
Stacks of money.
Oh, yeah.
Stacks of money.
Absolutely.
And she has all like this. She has like all of the twine for the thing.
Yeah.
The stacks of where do you get all those fake IDs?
Yeah. She's like, you'll never know, and it doesn't concern you.
Yeah.
Exactly. She's got all the chips.
It's like that's what you get. That's what you get for like being so into Bridgerton.
Yeah.
Like that's your punishment.
Exactly.
You deserve it.
Hey, you guys, it's just a show.
Well, that's courtesy of our governor, Avian Noble. If you want no ads, no chit-chat, bonus episodes, just the good stuff, 7 days free, head on over to patreon.com/ghosttownpod.
So the Detroit Bridgerton Ball had the costume contest. After that, after the fresh Kool-Aid and the chips from the chip guy, guest Kimberly Pineda saw a pole in the middle of the ballroom. Quote, I'm like, okay, this is exciting. I don't know why there's the pole in the middle of the ballroom, but I'm expecting like 8 to 10 dancers, she said. You know, these tickets weren't cheap. We were sold on a Bridgerton experience, so I'm expecting something amazing, right? Then one performer comes out and just starts pole dancing in a G-string. Yes, a pole dancer was the headliner at the Detroit Bridgerton Ball. Said the event's violinist in her TikTok, quote, I'm so confused they had a stripper when there were minors in the building, she said, referring to herself. In another TikTok video, ballgoer Mr. Whitfield said, she did her thing. She got her bag. Not mad at her. She was booked and busy. But as an event coordinator doing this high-scale, classy event known as Bridgerton, where was your research? I've never seen a pole in the show. I've never seen a pole in the show and one with a thong on it. WXYZ Detroit actually interviewed the dancer named Tink, who also said that she was booked last minute. In fact, just a couple hours before the event. She added that she offered the organizers other types of dancing that would have maybe matched the event a bit better, been a bit more appropriate, including an aerial dance or something with hoops, but they sprung for one of her cheaper dances. Also, shockingly, they were the ones that picked the outfit that she would wear to the ball, a red bra and panties. Tink said, quote, I just feel very bad for all the patrons who showed up to the event just because my goal as a performer is to bring happiness and cheers to everyone. So it kind of just bummed me out knowing everyone was so unhappy with the outcome. As people began sharing their experiences online, they began calling the Detroit Bridgerton Ball Detroit's Firefest and Scammerton. Quote, I was brought to tears, a 25-year-old attendee told the BBC. It was the worst event I've been to. My high school parties were better. WXYZ Detroit also reported that this isn't the first time the company that put the Detroit Bridgerton Ball on, Uncle and Me LLC, had put on a dud of a Bridgerton event. The company hosted a similar Bridgerton-themed tea party in June of 2024. Quote, I'm like, this sounds familiar, Tamala Everett, a tea party goer who paid $80, said about the June event. Quote, it's a tea party. There's no tea at all. They're running out of serving glasses for the mimosas. It's just really unfortunate for such a beautiful event. I feel like something needs to be done. This company is making a lot of money off of regular hardworking people, and it's not really fair. Fast forward, of course, to September 22nd, when they did the Detroit Bridgerton Ball, and people, of course, hated it. But after a couple days of abject criticism, the organizer of the event from Uncle and Me LLC, Chelsea Baird, spoke up. She told Fox 2, quote, it literally went global. I've never seen anything like it, and it was a lot to deal with. After about 5 days, I literally wasn't eating or anything and just isolated. Baird also released an official statement apologizing for the event. Her statement reads, quote, we want to sincerely apologize for not delivering on the promise of this event. We know how much anticipation there was, and I truly regret that it didn't meet expectations of our guests. It was never my intention to create this kind of experience, and I'm deeply sorry for any hurt this has caused our customers. We appreciate the time and effort you put into attending, and we want you to know how much we value your support. To move forward, we're planning a town hall gathering where you can pick up the gifts you were supposed to receive at the ball. More importantly, we want to create a space for open dialogue so we can discuss how we can improve moving forward. It's really important to me to repair our relationship. We're also organizing another ball. We would love for you to attend at no charge. Thank you for your understanding and patience as we work through this together. Your support means a lot, and I'm committed to making things right. Now, I have not heard anything about the gift pickup, an extended Bridgerton ball, a different date yet, so that's something I want to say. But after this statement, things did calm down a little. Until a Facebook class action lawsuit page was created, the Bridgerton Ball Scam Detroit. And it's kind of a big deal as it currently has more than 850 members. So the fight against Uncle and Me LLC continues very intensely. And if you don't believe me, I understand, and that's okay. I'm just a humble podcaster doing some research into a shockingly bizarre event. To really get a sense of the event's absolute failure and how pissed people truly were, let's take to Reddit. Here are some reviews from the Detroit subreddit. Via Saving Sprinkles 698, my family and I just left the Detroit Bridgerton Ball. It was absolutely horrendous. There was nowhere to sit. Although the venue was nice, the decor was sparse and extremely tacky. It wasn't even Bridgerton themed. We spent $400 on tickets for a complete BS experience. I read that the event company made hundreds of thousands of dollars in revenue for this event. We went to the Bridgerton Ball in Chicago 2 years ago, and it was absolutely beautiful. We were so disappointed. The last 2 slides are more along the lines of what we were expecting, and they showed some beautiful pictures. This event honestly was so damaging to the Bridgerton brand. I'm so shocked that this was even allowed. Next, AD943 said, the food was horrible, the chicken was still pink in the middle. SMH, the meatballs tasted like dog food. Smells, SMH, they rushed the carriage ride. It was a whole mess, but someone called Channel 7 on them, and people were doing interviews with them later that evening. But yeah, stripper on top of it is sad. Dennis SOA, I couldn't make it and emailed them multiple times to try and transfer the tickets to a friend or resell them if I couldn't get a refund. I heard nothing back. I may dispute it. Star Cied 8712 said, we showed up at 6:50-ish. No one asked for our tickets, so we just walked in. All attendees looked absolutely decked out, but there was zero direction. We essentially followed the crowd to the 3rd floor where we saw local freaking vendors selling goods like we were at a local festival. Look, I love Japanese Kit Kats just like the next person, but not at the Bridgerton Ball. I saw a guy walk by with a sparkling beverage and say, no alcohol. After seeing people sitting on the floor in disappointment, my wife and I left. Luckily, we met some other disappointed patrons in the elevator and went to the candy bar where we all had a much better time. Zerp242 says, my girlfriend and I were there. I'm not even sure what happened that night. No security, no one checking tickets, which is insulting because we spent $150 each. Dinner was announced 10 minutes before it was, quote, served. Again, no direction, people were wandering, and then when we got to the front, someone told us we had to go, quote, find a clean plate at one of the tables. I don't drink, but apparently alcohol was promised and there was none. Food was blah, which sucks because the vendor operates in Ferndale and Ferndale usually does good food. Highlight of the night after we got to a different floor to do one last scan looking for anything redeeming, there is a DJ. Having people do the cha-cha slide and walk it out like it's a birthday party. Apparently there was a stripper too. Didn't see that, but I did see the pole. Wild. Nothing about this was authentic feeling. It was so inauthentic I'm still laughing about it from home. How sad. Anyone could have put on a better ball with 2 hours notice and a dash pass. Very disappointed with UM events. Spread this like wildfire. They stole our money. All in all, of course, personally, as Rebecca, I am delighted by the Detroit Bridgerton Ball's sheer insanity and hope all of the people involved in the class action lawsuit get lots and lots of money to buy new, beautiful gowns and suits and get reimbursed and go to an authentic court that maybe doesn't include glitchy iPads, bad food, a high school violinist, and a regretful but good-natured pole dancer.
To get people excited about Boost Mobile's new nationwide 5G network, we're offering unlimited talk, text, and data for $25 a month.
Forever.
Even if you have a baby.
Even if your baby has a baby.
Even if you grow old and wrinkly and you start repeating yourself.
Even if you start repeating yourself.
Even if you're on your deathbed and you need to make one last call.
Or text.
Right, or text. The long-lost son you abandoned at birth.
You'll still get unlimited talk, text, and data for just $25 a month with Boost Mobile.
Forever!
After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Unlimited plan.
Forever.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever find yourself playing the budgeting game? Well, with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive, you can find options that fit your budget and potentially lower your bills. Try it at progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Not available in all states.
Bombas presents unsolicited gifting advice. Number 1, if they say not to get them anything, get them something. 2, underwear is a great gift, just not for your boss. And 3, those absurdly soft Bombas socks and slippers you've been eyeing for yourself, they'll love those. And the fact that for every item you purchase, another is donated to someone who needs it, they'll love that even more.
Go to bombas.com/ACAST and use code ACAST for 20% off your first purchase. That's bombas.com/ACAST, code ACAST.